We call this our satisfaction guarantee. If for whatever reason, one of our owners is not satisfied with the way we're performing, they can discontinue our services at any time on 30-day notice. Hello, property management brainstormers. It's Bob Preston here, your host, and welcome to 5 Minute Friday. FMF is a mini podcast series where I offer my best tips and advice regarding questions I frequently get from property managers, real estate investors, and landlords. I do this every Friday in 5 minutes or less. So if you're new here, consider subscribing to get all my quick advice and updates, and let's get started with today's FMF. I'm going to jump right in on this today because I've only got 5 minutes and there's a lot to cover. Today, I'm going to be talking about our property management agreement and one specific aspect of that agreement, our cancellation policy. So in our property management agreement, have no long-term commitment on the part of our owners. We call this our satisfaction guarantee. If for whatever reason, one of our owners is not satisfied with the way we're performing, they can discontinue our services at any time on 30-day notice. So why do we do it this way? Well, we're a highly service-oriented company, highly confident our clients will be pleased with our performance. And my position on this is that it also holds us to what I call an SLA, or a service level agreement. Our job as a property management company is to keep our owners and tenants happy, make problems go away. And if we're not doing that, shouldn't a property owner have recourse or freedom of choice to go elsewhere? Well, I kind of think so. Now, I'm going to admit that some people think we're nuts, namely our accounting department, but we take on a property, we learn everything there is to know about the property, pull all the documentation together, take professional photographs, the property gets listed, we show it to prospective tenants, screen the applicants, get the lease in place, move in the tenant, all this heavy lifting, and the client could turn right around and fire us, right? No, I don't think so. That rarely happens. And look, here's the thing. It also removes a potential objection from a prospective client when we're first meeting with that property owner. What if I don't like working with you guys, they might ask, or gee, if this doesn't work out, what's my recourse? Well, we simply assure them that this rarely happens, almost never happens, but we back our services with a satisfaction guarantee. If we don't perform to your level of satisfaction, you're free to terminate within 30 days. This is especially effective with property owners who are coming to us after trying property management with a different company. Maybe they fired that company. Maybe they've had a bad experience or be burned. I think we all realize that there are some property managers out there that have given our industry a pretty bad reputation. So we hear this from time to time, and these owners don't want that to happen again. So, okay, let's just take that objection off the table. It puts us at a competitive advantage. 10-4, we get it. We have a satisfaction guarantee. And here's another side to this. From a practical standpoint, if a client really doesn't like us and is for some reason angry, again, this hardly ever happens, but if it did, would it be realistic to hold them hostage to a contract that might last for many more months? In my book, life is just too short for those types of relationships. We should be only in business with people who appreciate us and who are a pleasure to work with. Those who don't like us, or mean people that don't trust us or treat us well, you know what? They can be on their way. No questions asked. So here's the deal. The owner would still have to honor the lease agreement with the tenant. So let's get that straight. They can't just take their property back. They still have a tenant that's in a legal lease. So they would have to either self-manage or turn over property management to another property manager. So that's kind of a big effort to undertake. So again, that's one of the reasons why this rarely happens, that somebody terminates our relationship. We've been running it this way since our company's inception. I can only remember one time where I felt like we were taken advantage of. What happened as soon as we did all that heavy lifting and the tenant moved in? Well, that particular owner dropped us. Okay, lesson learned. So we did implement a clause saying if termination is within the first 4 months, the client will owe us leasing fee we charge in a lease-only arrangement, which is typically higher than our monthly property management fee. We call this, within the company walls, the beep clause. Insert name of that former client here. You get it. Just because we don't want to be taken advantage of. So we do have some stipulations, but this is pretty much the way we run it. We've been successful with it. We think it's a competitive advantage. And, oh, by the way, in 20 years of business, we've really had only one bad experience with this policy. People trust us. They're satisfied. So we like it this way. Hey, thanks for joining today on 5 Minute Friday, TGIF, and I will catch you next week.